Victor from District 12, Peter Malark, Josh Hutchinson. Great to see you guys. All right, let's get going. Oh wait, sorry. Finally, our very own girl on fire, Katniss. Welcome, guys, to Hall H for the first time for the cast of the Hunger Games Catching Fire. Francis, I want to start with a question for you. You've taken over the reins as the director of Catching Fire, and as I'm sure the audience knows, you're also going to be directing both of the Mockingjay films. Tell me about what it was like for you walking on the set for the first day. What went through your mind?
Well, it wasn't quite as exciting as this, I have to say. It's pretty crazy. It was incredible. I mean, my first day was actually, we started light, and it was, we were doing scenes with Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's also joined the cast. Couldn't be here, but, so that was pretty fantastic. And then the rest of the week, pretty much worked with everybody, and it's just, it's a dream cast, it's a dream story, so a lot of fun.
Hi, Jennifer, all the way down at the end. How's it going? Nice to see you. Okay, obviously, last time we saw Katniss on screen, she's returning home, the victor of the Hunger Games. Tell me about the challenges that Katniss is facing in the second film. What's going through her mind?
Well, her life is very different now. She's struggling from post-traumatic stress from the games, and she's kind of has a new life where she never has to worry about food anymore. She never has to worry about, she's living in Victor's village, and that kind of leaves her feeling kind of useless in an odd way. She has to adapt to this new life, and also she's now experienced something with Peeta that they'll only understand each other in a strange way. And so Gale, who she's known most of her life, who she's always felt understood certain parts of her, now really Peeta kind of understands a part of her that Gale never will.
And Josh, can you talk about, I get the feeling that the love triangle just gets more and more intense in the second film.
Yeah, it's very complicated. Peeta has such strong feelings for Katniss, and he expressed them to her, and then he felt that they were, she felt the same way, and then he come to find that it was just an act. So now he has to deal with...
It was complicated.
It was an act. We're not getting into this again right now.
An act that saved his life.
But yeah, so I mean, it's very complicated for Peeta to kind of figure out what he's supposed to do now that he has these feelings, and they're not being felt by her at the same time, but he still wants to help her and protect her, and just a very complicated world they live in now.
Yeah. And Liam, for you, obviously, when I was reading the book, I just remember reading the scene, the torture scene, basically. I would imagine that must have been one of the things that you were kind of most nervous or excited or feeling challenged about. That's a crazy scene, I would imagine, to film.
Yeah, it's interesting to turn up to work and just get whipped for 3 days straight. And you're not really scared at at first it's just acting and you think you're not going to get hurt, but after 3 days of getting hit with anything, it's going to start to hurt. And it was good fun.
Francis, can you talk about how much what kind of interaction you had with Suzanne Collins, who of course wrote the books that this is based on? Did you get to interact with her?
Yeah, I interacted with Suzanne quite a bit. Right after I had gotten the job, the first thing I wanted to do was fly out to meet with her. So we met in New York. She lives in Connecticut, and we wanted to get together and go through the book. I wanted to pick her brain at first, and what ended up happening was she and I kind of beat through the book, and it became the beat sheet for the screenplay for the film. So she's been a big part of the process the entire way through. It's been fantastic.
Now, by any chance, Mr. Director, do you have anything that you would want maybe possibly to show this audience?
we do. We brought the new trailer. Just for you guys, nobody else has seen it. And I think here it is.
Let's take a look. Brand new Catching Fire trailer. This process would be like, how would you say making this film was most different from what you expected it would be like?
God, they're sort of never like you expect them to be. I think anything going in, you have something in your head. I think one of the best things, and this is just, you know, sort of the group making the movie, I mean, this is quite honestly one of the best groups of people that I've ever made a movie with. I mean, you know, not just their talent, but also just to be around every day. So that was unexpected and really a blessing. You know, and then I think that I'm just, you know, I'm very pleased with the emotional scale of the movie, the way that the world has sort of come together and the way the world looks, and visiting different districts and seeing more of the capital. And I think the performances are fantastic, so it's just, you know, it's more than I could have dreamed of.
Lenny, I want to ask you a question about your character, because I feel like one thing that you did so well in the first film, but also in movies like Precious, you're kind of bringing this incredibly calming presence to often insane worlds. Is that something that you like about playing this guy?
Yeah, I mean, Cinna is he's a real cool cat, you know. And
You're a cool cat.
he definitely has, you know, a lot of interest in Katniss, and no, but as a friend, you know, like as a, you know, as somebody who really believes in her and cares for her, and this movie was great. You'll see how they evolve until his very last scene.
One of the Facebook fans wanted to know from Jenna and Jeffrey what it was like to join this already tight group. Was it intimidating?
It sounds like it now.
I mean, sure.
This is intimidating.
Yeah, if this was what it was like on set every day, it would be really intense.
Well, I think what's exciting about, well, the reason that you make movies is for people to see them. You want people to come. And the work that was done previously, and the books as well, established obviously a huge, voracious appetite for these movies, and also expectations. So, yeah, that can be you want to make sure that you match those expectations and surpass those expectations. And so there was such a high level that, we were stepping into. It could be viewed as intimidating, but I think in fact it made it easier because there had been such work done, the groundwork had been laid, and we just had to step in and step up.
It was also just so surprising. It's like, opening a candy bar and getting a golden ticket, and you're just like, really? Like me and all of the kids in the universe? But also what was so much fun is that we were coming in as sort of the young blood, but there was kind of a lot of us. We actually kind of outnumbered them.
Yes,
particularly with Francis on our side is sort of this like new energy, and because Catching Fire is kind of, it's where the last film left off, everything is flipped on its head. I mean, all the rules are off. So it kind of also felt nice for all of us to be in something new and different together. But it was obviously, we had to be let in on a few inside jokes. That was the big initiation, I felt. I was like, wait, what's that you're doing?
Nobody pranked you?
Every day of my life.
Who's the worst?
Willow, of course.
Of course. Willow, who would you say on this table you look up to the most?
Yeah, well, come on. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you're getting stink eye all over the place.
Stay together.
Wait, Jen. Yeah, Jen. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Good answer. I want to know, Jennifer, I'm obsessed with the Oscars, and we did a lot of stuff with Silver Linings Playbook together. As you all didn't know, you're not only the winner of the Hunger Games, but you're the winner of Best Actress at the Academy Awards.
Never heard it that way. Sounds great. Yeah, if I had actually really won the Hunger Games.
At any point did the Victory Tour feel like the Oscar season? Or did the Oscar season feel like the Hunger Games victory tour? I see some similarities.
Yeah, I mean, the stakes weren't as high, but yeah, that was something that I actually, in the first book, I was going through my first kind of round of Winter's Bone, a movie that I did when I was 18 and just come out. And we should have come here. Yeah, and it was kind of this new world of like wearing these dresses that I don't look like myself, I don't feel like myself, and I have to like say, well, I never really got a hold of that, so I'm like, but and listening to like hair and makeup people and like what they talk, like this new kind of world and feeling like really not a part of it. And I recognized that hugely in the first book. I was like, I don't know how that feels. And then in the second book, it's kind of going back to it. Now you're familiar with it, and now it's in a weird way, almost it's become a part of you, even though it's so unlike you. It's something that you can go back to, and things like that are very familiar. And at times you are afraid for your life. Not really.
Now there were a lot of Twitter and Facebook questions that came in. My favorite is from someone named No Name Naily. And I want to ask Josh this question. Her question is, how hot are the kissing scenes going to be?
So hot.
Oh my god, we should have brought that clip with the snot.
We should have brought the clip with the snot. We had one take.
I think it was more than one take.
A couple.
Yeah, there
Can
was
we
a
talk
couple
about
of
it?
takes, yeah.
Can we talk about that, Mr. Lawrence? Yeah. So we did this the scene. This when I
We can't do that. I don't think we can say that.
Okay. I'll let you take the lead then.
No, there was a lot of slobber.
A lot of
Because
slobber.
There was a lot of, it was a resuscitation. We can say resuscitation.
Yeah. When the resuscitation, there was a kiss, and then there was slobber, and
Well, there was
slobber
CPR in
strings
that.
got connected to
Crying.
the faces.
Yeah, and there's a huge string of snot. I mean,
So it will be very hot if you're in the snot.
I'll put it on YouTube or something because you gotta see it. But there's all the snot coming out of my nose, and when I go to kiss
This
snot,
is my
it
mouth.
connects to his mouth. And then and there's a huge string of it, and then I go, and like I waddle it.
Our movie
Yeah, it's gonna be very hot.
Yeah. The kissing scenes are really hot.
Can we put this on the DVD extras?
Yeah. Deleted scenes, for sure.
There were also a lot of questions, and I just want to explain that one of the cast members, Sam Claflin, he's unfortunately filming overseas, which is the reason he's not here. But I read an interview he did with Entertainment Weekly where he said he's worried that audiences aren't going to perceive him as enough of a sex god. So I want to know from the panel, should he be worried or is he okay?
He is a sex god.
He's good.
He's good.
Don't worry, Sam.
I love that Josh and Francis are the ones who answer that question.
I think he just needs glasses, and then he'll be fully there.
There you go.
All right, here's one more Facebook question before I open it up to you all here in the crowd. This is from, I love this Twitter handle, Everlark Hart. It's kind of like it's like Bennifer, but Everlark. Jennifer, from all the wardrobe that you had in this film, what was your favorite costume?
Well, my wedding dress was my favorite to look at. Wearing it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And you can tell, I think, in the movie.
Why?
Well,
Was it tight or was it like...
it was huge. It was 5 feet in circumference. And I'm not good at walking in giant.
You don't say.
Walking here.
Yeah, it was just giant, and it was a little bit. It wasn't as uncomfortable as you would think, but I probably the wedding dress. Yeah, it was just gorgeous. It was like an honor to wear it in a weird way, and I loved it because it was understated. That's sarcasm.
It wasn't.
All right, I want to know what you all want to know.
Thank you.
It's kind of question.
You're a very secure woman.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm really nervous.
No,
Sorry.
me too.
I just really want to thank you all for the Hunger Games in general because it's like the best book ever, and I'm just so excited. I don't know, and it's just like I'm sorry. Just thank you very question is for Jennifer, and I'm here, and I'm just gonna take the chance. And I love you very, very much. And can I have your name?
Can I have what? Am I wearing?
No, right there.
Yeah. Can you listen to a paper airplane? He's really good at paper airplanes.
Well,
Yes.
and my real question, that was another stuff. What was like to find out that you were actually on the Hunger Games movie? I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. It was really exciting, and it was overwhelming and scary as well, because it was one of my favorite characters, I think, that I've ever read, and such an exciting story that I wanted to be a part of so badly, and I just loved everything that the Hunger Games were about, and I loved the books, and but it was also really scary because it's huge, and you know, I had a kind of a different life plan in mind that was a little bit smaller. So it was a mix of really excitement and a little and fear. But now it's just excitement.
Hello.
Hi. I loved you in the Silver Linings Playbook, Jennifer.
Thank you.
You were allowed to see that movie? How old are you?
13.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And this question is for you. I know the first installment looked very physically demanding. What sort of training did you do to prepare for this movie, and what was the hardest stunt?
I had a lot of archery training, and yes, and I had to have just running training because I'm not a very good runner. I run weird, so I had lots of just running training. Do you remember when I hit myself in the face with my bow so hard that I flew myself backwards? Sorry, it was just popped into my mind. But running, and then there's something called free running, which is kind of parkour, which obviously I didn't become like an expert at, but they helped me just be able to, you know, kind of be able to jump over things and do different kind of, you know, like front rolls and things like that. The hardest stunt is probably still just basic running. There's so much running in the movie. And like if there's a scene where I'm like running up a mountain, I'm like running up that mountain all day. And trying not to hit myself in the face with my bow are my two greatest challenges.
Thank you. Who's next? Hi.
Oh, wow, 15 and a half hours to make me look it up. Sorry.
Don't look at that.
I'm trying not
No,
to. School girl.
I'm trying too.
I think I'm
Not
blushing,
you.
so that's your fault, Lenny. It's your fault. Don't do that. It's not good. I'm gonna go against the mold and ask Jennifer a question. Totally against the mold. First, pretty sure we're supposed to be besties, so call me, beat me if you want to reach me later. Kim Possible joke? No, alright. What is like biggest difference between bouncing between the really big budget movies like X-Men and you know this, and then to do something like Winter's Bone, like going between the two? What's that like?
It's interesting because I have a very, I don't even know if I should say this, but that's normally when I should stop it. I think that there really can actually be something to be said for having too much money. I think sometimes when you don't have the means and you don't have, you know, you show up and you have to finish the day. You have no choice. You have to get up. It's with indies, there's a lot, and we shoot our movies like this. They're very similar, where we're all kind of on the same page of like, we're in this together to get this done. And then sometimes with studio movies, it's so big and so massive that so many things just kind of get that. But their food is a lot better, and the trailers are bigger. but in the reverse, you know, you have a lot more money to make the movie better in a lot of ways. You can. So they both have their. They're both different, but they're both lovely. Sorry for that answer. I am sorry.
Bye.
Hi, guys.
Hi, I'm Hannah and Valeria. And our question is, how is the relationship between all of you guys, especially with the different age groups?
No, it's great. It's cool because, Jeffrey, would you like to...
I was to say, I get along with the older guys really well.
It's been cool because on the first Hunger Games, we had tributes of all ages as well. And everybody really got along great. The younger tributes kind of seemed like it was a summer camp. And on this movie, we added in a lot of...
Retirement home.
Yeah, exactly. This movie was more like a retirement home.
I'm kidding, because I was thinking of the opposite of summer camp. That's really fun. I'm just...
What are you saying?
It worked really well. Everybody really got along. Nobody had egos. Everybody was just there to have fun and make a great movie.
Yeah.
So the relationships really, there was no divas on set, which with having that many actors, let me tell you, that's very rare. They don't have anybody. That's a pain. So
Plus you were in Hawaii for part of the time, so that probably chilled you all out anyway.
Yeah.
Was that super fun to be there?
Yeah, it was pretty.
I didn't get to go to Hawaii, but sorry.
That's a sore subject around Lenny. I'm upset about it still.
But you know we all like each other when we work together all day, and then we end up hanging out with each other at night, going to each other's rooms and eating and cooking and hanging out, and everybody shows up. So
I wasn't.
It's really nice. Who wasn't?
I'm just kidding.
Oh. Can I just say something? Just a little behind the scenes insight. These two, Jennifer and Josh, are like the funniest pair and the biggest joy to work with. I mean, they have a language all their own and ideas. You can't follow half of what they're saying, but it's all really funny and really clever. But it's just, I mean, the chemistry that they have on screen is really a reflection of their friendship off screen, and it really made it real comfort for all of us who are new and a real joy.
Yeah, I always want to hang out with her. She never wants to hang out with me.
See, well, they've exchanged snot, Jeffrey. It's the beginning
Not
of
exchange.
real
I took
friendship.
hers. She didn't take my snot.
Thanks for the question, guys.
Hello. This question is for Jennifer and Josh regarding food. And this has nothing to do with Instagram. Did you starve yourselves in the first movie to get into character? And can you talk about the food you got to eat on set?
Jennifer starved herself?
Especially Drew's lane or the other character.
No.
Sorry.
No, we didn't. Those are no. Well, the good thing about these movies, they're you never have to go to the gym whenever I'm doing these movies. I mean, they're so physical that no, we didn't diet at all.
No, me neither.
No, we did we worked out. We were very physical.
Yeah.
I ran around a lot. And I tried to run around a lot. I tried to run around a lot. No, there was no dieting.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm a major fan and I am having a panic attack right now.
It's gonna be okay.
But my question's for the whole panel. How do you feel the Hunger Games changed the way, your acting career? How do you feel it changed the world? How do you feel it changed?
That's a really good question. It's a great question. You want to start?
Who wants to take it?
There's somebody
I'm not an actor. I think that was to the actress.
Okay.
Willow, how has it changed your life?
It's definitely changed for the better. I mean, I have like a lot of great opportunities now that I didn't have before, and I've met like such amazing people because of this. So it's probably why. Yeah.
It's been incredible. I mean, I'm new to film. I've only made 4 films, and I have a day job. I have to make music. What's really great is that very little children, like 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds, and come up to me now wanting to meet Cinna, and they have no idea who I am, which is really nice, actually. And so it's opened up a whole new generation for me. It's been wonderful.
Jenna?
I mean, I'm really just starting out, so I'm sort of young blood. But I mean, I guess we're here. That's
Pretty cool.
meeting all of you guys. That's pretty new.
Well, like Jenna, just starting on this road, but I guess 2 things. One, I'm among the coolest parents at my kids' school, which is always a good thing. And I learned to surf, in Hawaii. So yeah, I'll take that.
By the way, I'm loving this question, so thank you very much. Liam?
Every film you get to work with different directors, and Francis Lawrence is one of my favorite directors I've ever worked with. He's such an intelligent person and really knows what he wants, and just working with him on this film is great as a young actor. You grow so much and you learn so much from a guy like you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Francis.
Yeah, for me, I mean, like career-wise, The Hunger Games, because I mean, I think it's all about balance. I think it's about doing really big, popular movies and then like doing more simple, indie kind of type movies that have those really intense characters and stories that you really want to tell. So when you do a big movie like this, it allows you to have the relationships and the opportunities to do the smaller movies. And for me, I also want to, at some point, direct and produce, and like kind of doing things like this give you great experience working with the absolute best people in the business. So for me, it's a learning experience, and that's one of the greatest things that I've gotten from this whole experience. I've said that 4 times now in the last 2 sentences, but it's been a great experience.
How was the experience, though?
It's been an experience.
Bet. Yeah, I feel the same way as Josh. I love having the balance, and then you get a lot more. You have a lot more opportunities, as everybody said, and they're absolutely right. These movies are great for that. So.
Well, I can't think of a better note to end on than that. But before we let you guys go, would you guys want to look at that trailer one more time?
Yes!
Okay, the people have spoken. Let's watch the trailer one more time. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Booth, there is going to be a character signing with Willow, Jeffrey, and Jenna. So do not miss it. Thank you so much for your interest in I, Frankenstein and the Hunger Games Catching Fire.